Ashton Clark.
William Ashton Clark, 17, of Batesville, passed away Wednesday, March 19, 2014, in a texting and driving related automobile accident.
Wyatt Campbell.
My name is Ron Thomas of Independence County Sheriff's Office. I regret to inform you that Wyatt Campbell was killed in a car accident at approximately at 7:30 this morning. He was a passenger in the car. The driver was apparently texting off control, and he was a fatality. The driver walked away.
My name's Tim Landers. I'm pastor at Allen Chapel Free Baptist Church, and I want to share with you just a little bit of some obituary information about Wyatt Campbell. Wyatt was 18 years old. He was born December the 19th, 1995, to Richard and Misty Campbell.
Drew Moss.
My name is Ron Thomas. I'm with the Independence County Sheriff's Office. I regret to inform you that Drew Moss was killed in an automobile accident this morning. It was a head-on. He was the only fatality. Apparently, he was texting across the center line.
Andrew Michael Richie Moss, age 17, near Southside, departed this life earlier today. He was born to Michael and Deborah Moss on April the 14th of 96 here in Batesville.
Blaine Callahan.
My name is Ron Thomas with the Independence County Sheriff's Office. I regret to inform you that Mr. Callahan was killed in an automobile accident this morning, approximately 7:30, across the center line. Apparently, first investigation had a text on his phone.
Hunter Cummins. Skylar Bailey.
Skylar Dawn Bailey, age 18, of Batesville, Arkansas, passed away Wednesday morning, March 19, 2014, in a texting and driving related automobile accident. She was born on October 2nd, 1995, to her parents Misty Silas and Otis Gifford Bailey at Harris Hospital in Newport.
Kevin Westfall. Sidney Fuller.
Where is he?
He's gone, they're taking him to the hospital.
Do you see him?
Well, we could go see him a little bit later on. We're glad to take you over there with you. Get ready to go.
Okay. Can I go now?
Sure.
Okay. I need to get my purse. No, it's not. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Link. We have a report of a head-on collision on Quail Lane in Southside with multiple injuries. Repeat, we have a head-on collision on Quail Lane in Southside with multiple injuries. Dispatch Southside in rail. 10-4. Vital Link 75 in rail. 10-4 Vital Link.
State troopers are being called. It's a wreck that has to be investigated. Let's take a look and see who's injured, how badly. Ambulance will be on the way. Police are going to be here. Traffic is probably going to be disrupted. Vital Link ambulance on its way. Sheriff's office is on the scene. Going to have to use an extraction piece of equipment on one of the vehicles.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. You can stop. Showing some signs of impairment, okay? A lot of clues in your sobriety test. It doesn't matter which leg you choose to use. I want you to pick that leg up and hold it about 6 inches off the ground, okay?
all sources are at the bedside: surgeon, nursing, ICU, respiratory lab, radiology, and we're ready when the patients arrive.
I'm a 16-year-old male involved in a two-vehicle MBA. He was under strain, rear passenger. Vehicle is hit head-on. Non-responsive, shallow respirations at 3 to 4. Been able to get him back to 9 obviously. What we find is he's got this large swelling and abrasion, hematoma to his forehead, lacerations to his face.
Okay, Roy, this is a BAC test, okay? It's a breath test. It's used to determine the amount of alcohol concentration on your breath. In a moment, you'll submit a sample on the end of this tube, and it'll give us the result of your alcohol concentration, okay?
Your texting, manslaughter,
These are the sample
officer
tubes
page,
we use.
triple page.
Okay, I'm gonna read you the document, okay? I want you to listen. Any person
Prosecutor, and they're gonna decide.
in the state of Arkansas who has a valid Arkansas driver's license
Serious
is
charge,
given
already read
consent
your rights.
to take this
So,
test, okay? So if
right
you
now-
choose to refuse this test, it is a crime, all
You'll
right?
be booked into
Most
the jail.
simply,
You'll
you
be
don't have a choice. You
charged.
have to take this test or it's against the
You'll have to
law.
appear before a
If you
judge.
refuse the test, your license will be
It's
revoked
a Wednesday
and you'll be
morning.
charged with the DWI
Okay.
refusal, okay?
Just take time
All right.
right now.
Mr. Kramer, I'm certainly sorry about your loss. Very tragic. And I'm here to help you. I'm going to help you today plan a funeral for your daughter, okay? And in order to do that, I'm going to have to ask you some questions. And they may be difficult to answer, but we'll take our time, we'll work through it, okay? Give me those words that describe her.
Very outgoing.
Do you have any thoughts, Miss April?
She was a Christian,
Okay.
very creative.
You know, going through the funeral process is very, very difficult, and we want you to know that we're going to be here to guide you through this process and to help you and hopefully make this transition without her a little bit easier for one.
Good afternoon, Get Fish County Court is now in session. Mr. Page,
Sir,
what are you here for?
this gentleman's in custody for DWI. He's involved in a traffic crash, claims life of a young driver.
All right. What is your name, sir?
Roy Stewart.
Okay, what are you charged with?
DWI, sir.
What happened?
There's two vehicle crash. This gentleman drove left of center, struck another car head on. Alcohol was obviously involved. Field sobriety tests were failed. Took me in custody of DWI.
What were you doing drinking and driving? That's unacceptable. Did you know that this crime carries with it up to a year in jail and or a $2,500 fine? Are you aware of that?
Yes, sir.
And you can be sentenced to up to a year in jail. Mr. Page, did I hear you say there was a fatality involved?
There
in
was,
this?
yeah, young lady was killed in the crash.
Okay. Officer Page, anything else?
No, sir, I've already made the death notification of those things.
Okay. Given the circumstances, I'm going to sentence you to the maximum allowed under the law, 1 year in jail and a $2,500 fine.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. What is your name, ma'am?
Clarissa Call.
Okay. And what are you charged with?
She was involved in a two-vehicle collision with a fatality. She's been texting and driving. She was at fault in the collision.
You want to go to jail for a year? Well, explain to me what you were doing texting and driving. Why weren't you paying attention? Do you understand the gravity of doing that now and what kind of impact it can have on other people? What would you have to say to the family of this victim that was killed?
I couldn't explain how far I am.
Well, do you understand that something's been taken away from them that they cannot replace? Do you understand that? Okay. Given the circumstances, I'm going to sentence you to the maximum allowed under the law. That would be 1 year in jail and $2,500 fine. Okay? Anything further? Okay, thank you.
morning. I would like to welcome you this morning to this memorial service. Memorial services or funerals serve as a different meaning to different people. For all of us, a funeral is a time to get closure, a time to signal us to look forward to a new reality of life without the person that we've lost. You're going to hear this morning from some students and from some parents that had the opportunity to imagine what it would be like to be in that situation. You're going to hear from them about the process, what it was like to go through the process of starting a new reality of a life without a loved one. Last night I learned that in 2007, the number of automobile-related deaths exceeded the number of people in this room today. So imagine, if you could for a second, what it would be like if this time next year, everyone in this room was dead. What kind of hole would that leave in the people that you love? What kind of hole would that leave in our community? What kind of hole would that leave in our school?
Good morning. I'm Joella Huddleston, and I'm the collegiate minister for this campus here at UACCD. And I have worked as a youth minister and worked with students for a good many years. She was texting a friend, and when she hit send, she went to be with the Lord. They said there was no evidence that she tried to stop, so she never knew that she was hitting that guardrail. For Christmas that year, I got to make a monument piece for her. Monument. That's not exactly what I wanted to get her. There's consequences to your decisions that you make. This is my Stacy. This was one of her graduation pictures. She was killed 2 weeks before her 21st birthday. And I would love to be able to put my arms around her and tell her how much I love her. But that's not possible anymore. You don't need to drink and drive, text, put a CD in your radio, guys. Girls, you don't need to put your makeup on while you're going down the road. Your life is precious. And that cell phone call or that drink is not worth your life. Thank you.
The thought of ever having to bury another child of mine had always been one of my worst fears. Today, that fear became a reality. I had to go do what no mother or father should ever have to endure. I had to give you back to God. It seems like it was only yesterday that God had given you to me, blessed me, by choosing me to be your mom. I'm confused. Why? Why did you have to leave so soon? I just wanted you to know that you boys have been my everything your entire life. I had so many hopes and dreams for you and for your future. I still had so many more memories that I wanted and desired to make with you. I will not get to see you graduate high school, to encourage you to go to college and graduate with a degree of some sort. Watch you pursue your dream of being whatever your heart desired and as a career. I won't get to be a part of one of the happiest moments you have dreamed of when you marry the love of your life and start a family together at your own. I had hoped that someday your children would call me Mimi and fill my heart full of love, joy, and laughter. You will never know the feeling of that amazing, breathtaking moment of love at first sight as you hold your child in your arms for the very first time, just as I felt the first time I held you, your brothers and mine. And please always remember that nobody will ever love the two of you more than I do other than God. And remember, there are no tears past the gate. Always and forever, heart and soul, Mom.
huge part of my life has gone without you. I died on the inside right beside you. Tomorrow we will have to face the rest of our lives without you, but only as a memory. When I hear someone tell the story of you, and they have to start with when, it'll kill me a little more each time. I lost my best friend. You'll be missed every minute of every day for the rest of our lives. Wake up each day as if it were your last. I love you, girls. I'll see you in heaven as you were angels on earth. I know you're angels in heaven.
We will never understand why we never get to see you graduate high school, go off to college, or even have a family of your own. It seems like yesterday I was walking you out of the hospital, eagerly showing you all of your grandparents and your cousins and aunts and uncles. We can still see the smile on your face as you held your baby sister Hallie for the first time. We can still see the excitement on your eyes as we traveled to vacations to Disney World, to Universal Studios, and even that fun-filled trip to San Antonio with our friend Jeff. This has forced us to realize that the joy that God has given us having you as our son. If we could describe the traits of a perfect son, it would be you. You're the most respectful, compassionate, giving young man that we know. Your loyalty to God, your family, and friends has been reflected each and every day. And we hope that you know how proud we are of you and the life you've chosen to live. If we were asked to name the most positive strength as a person, it would be that, without question, your unconditional love for Christ, for Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. I can still see you walking up to the altar and praying for somebody. The only way that I'll be able to cope with the pain of not having you here with us is knowing that you're at the feet of Jesus and knowing we will see you again in eternity. In the book of Matthew, chapter 3, verse 16 and 17, it says, I saw the Spirit of God descending as a dove and lighting on him. And behold, a voice out of the heavens said, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. This is my beloved Son, Hunter, in whom I am well pleased.
I don't get to be who I wanted to be. The goals that I had set aside for me will no longer be fulfilled. I hope I came close to what you wanted in your son. Our lives can take a turn so suddenly that it takes our breath away. My life has had many of these turns made, and some more sudden and harsh than others, and these turns make me. These turns have also taken me.
As we conclude this year's every 15 minutes, let me take a small opportunity to thank everybody who has made it possible. For me to list everybody and say it, I would miss somebody. But it doesn't happen by mistake. It doesn't happen by happenstance. It's a coordinated effort, and we appreciate it. To watch the students say what they said, the parents what they said. I know it was a mock accident. I know it was a mock funeral, but it feels so real. It feels real when the students cry to read what they say to their parents and their friends. It's not really a mock situation as those parents cry and explain to their kids all of what they have meant to them and would have meant to them had they survived. It's an opportunity for us to reflect. It's an opportunity for us to rethink some things that we do. Life is busy, but it's not so busy that we can't wait on certain things. It's an immediate society, and it's a what have you done for me lately, and possibly what are you doing for me tomorrow society. It pushes us to want everything instant and handled instantly and covered instantly. But death, although can be instant, it is surely permanent for those lives that are left behind. And we don't want anyone left behind. Thank you.